Disgrace is a novel written by JM Coetzee. The novel begins with David Lurie's, the protagonist, perception regarding women and aging. David is an university professor, 52 years old, an incorrigible womanizer from Cape Town. His association with young black prostitute Soraya is mentioned earlier in the novel. He considers this relationship as a revitalizing force for his younger self. He forces one of his students, Melanie Isaac, into a sexual affair, including an encounter that borders on a rape. This incident sets the plot of Disgrace into irreversible motion. When Melanie files a formal complaint against David, he defiantly refuses to take responsibility, believes he is too old to change his ways, and leaves his university in exile to live with his adult lesbian daughter, Lucy, on her farm in Eastern Cape. When three black men, the novel's antagonist, lock David in a bathroom, kill all but one of the farm's kennel dogs, and rape Lucy, David begins to examine his past action and grapple with the many changes, both personal and societal, swelling around him. Lucy's rape and her later revelation that the attack was motivated by hatred, power, and subjugation teach David how his actions affected Melanie. David then gains additional perspective into women's issue when Petrus, Lucy's black neighborhood and former assistant, proposes to marry Lucy, using the attack as leverage to acquire her land in return for his protection. Lucy's refusal to bend to David's insistence that she leave the farm and abort the baby conceived during her rape makes David finally recognize what she has been asking him to see, that she is now an independent adult and whose actions he can no longer dictate. The dog's death, along with David's service at a local animal clinic where he helped Bev Shaw care for and euthanize old and unwanted dogs, also help him gain compassion and insight into his own state of disgrace. The more David changes throughout Disgrace, though the more he stays the same. Even after all he learns while living on Lucy's farm, he later visits Melanie's home in George. There he looks at Melanie's younger sister with sexual desire and offers an insincere apology for the affair to their father, Mr. Isaacs. When David eventually returns to Cape Town and finds his life in ruins because of his scandal, he again attempts to see Melanie at a play and later solicits sex from an inebriated prostitute. David still claims he is incapable of changing and becoming a better person.